This is San Diego News Daily.
Welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Dana Williams. We are still under a wind advisory right now, but it is almost over. Meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us with a look at the forecast.
Thank you, Dana. And this afternoon, the winds are going to get stronger near the coast and inland, just breezy at times between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Of course, the stronger winds are for our mountains and deserts, gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. The winds will gradually subside through the afternoon, but a wind advisory will be in effect until 1 p.m. And this, of course, could lead to tree damage. And that could be a concern for the next couple of days. We're dealing with this low pressure system making its way south. It doesn't carry a lot of moisture, but it's a wind producer. It is an inside slider because it slides between California and Nevada and then moves towards Arizona, and it doesn't carry a lot of moisture, but it does carry very cold air. So tonight it gets pretty chilly out there. Temperatures will be dropping to the 30s, blustery with those gusty winds. Friday into next week, Santa Ana winds are expected and temperatures are going to be warming up. So we're going to see some 80s. We'll have the rest of your 10-day forecast coming up.
Angelica, thanks so much. There is growing outrage today following the fatal shooting of a woman in her car by an ICE officer in Minneapolis. From Minneapolis to Los Angeles, New York, and even right here in San Diego, protests erupted last night in the wake of the ICE shooting. There is even one happening right now downtown. You can see dozens of people gathering near the federal building. This is where San Diego's immigration court is. We were seeing several arrests happen there back in May of those who were there for their immigration hearings. It's now become a place the San Diego community gathers to express their displeasure with the current administration's policies. And we will bring you the latest updates, and we'll hear from some of today's speakers coming up on NBC 7 News today at 4. And a local bounty hunter who became a fugitive himself is now headed to prison. Investigators say in June of 2022 in National City, Jesse Wagner arrested a fugitive, then burglarized that man's home and kidnapped his girlfriend. Wagner pleaded guilty to a number of charges last fall, including assault with a stun gun and false imprisonment. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
It's good that I think 8 years is good. I think it's great that he's out of the community for that long. I think he was tormenting people in all parts of San Diego County and the rest of the country in Colorado. So yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Prosecutors say Wagner was also arrested in Colorado for similar conduct. He was sentenced to 5 years there, and Wagner will serve his San Diego sentence once his Colorado sentence is complete. And in Oceanside, 5 people were forced to leave their home because of a fire that started in the garage. It happened late Tuesday night at a home on Festival Drive. Investigators say the fire started in the garage, filling the rest of the home with heavy smoke. Firefighters helped one person out of one of the bedrooms, and the Red Cross was called in to help 5 adults overall.
We didn't know what was going on, so we got our stuff together, and then by the time we got to our door, a firefighter was there, and he told us to evacuate.
The whole street looked like fog up down the whole street. You couldn't see beyond the lights.
That's a big scare there. Thankfully, the fire did not spread into the living areas of the house, and the cause remains under investigation. So we showed you this pretty incredible video yesterday. That is all the trash collected by trash booms near the border. And this is what keeps debris from flowing down the Tijuana River and into our ocean. Well, today crews are going to be sorting through all of this. And the goal is to get a better understanding of where it come from and who is dumping it in the river, whether it's people or plants that line the border.
You can recognize the brands of the most abundant trash, containers of beverages and food and plastic packing. I recognize that the industry is not doing enough to remove this from the environment, and they are leaving us, the people, and the government agencies to take care of their bad design.
And this is part of the sort of toxic stew of the South Bay's contamination crisis, which also includes stuff we can't easily see, like manufacturing chemicals. The trash is expected to be removed from the booms tomorrow. NBC 7's Joe Little followed the team of sorters this morning, and we will have his full report later today. And San Diego police are using a new state-of-the-art technology to keep you and your loved ones safe. We got a behind-the-scenes sneak peek. That's coming up next.
You count on the NBC 7 team to kick off your day.
I'm Stephen Luke alongside Marianne Kushi.
And help prepare you for the unexpected.
So weather alert this morning.
You count on updates on the big stories in our community.
This is a story we have been covering for weeks now.
And seeing their impact on your life.
Tariffs are a major issue for San Diego.
This is going to impact me directly.
You count on solutions for the day ahead.
And we have lots to tell you about.
Because you need to make the most of your mornings. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC 7.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Dana Williams. Welcome back. First up, a familiar voice for many longtime San Diegans has passed away. Jerry Sasak, best known as Jer from the Jeff and Jer showgram, passed away Sunday at the age of 74. The announcement was made on social media yesterday, and the popular Jeff and Jer show was on the air for 27 years, starting in 1988. They were involved in several memorable events over the years, from benefit concerts to the Whirl Till You Hurl contest at Belmont Park. Jer retired from daily broadcasting in 2015, and a year later, he and Jeff were inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame. Pretty special. And just one day after the anniversary of his wife's disappearance, the defense team for Larry Miliete are expected in a court for a motions hearing. This is in preparation for trial in March. Maya Miliete was last seen on January 7th, 2021, and Larry Miliete was arrested 9 months later after Chula Vista police determined there were no signs that Maya was still alive. Larry's pleaded not guilty, but the district attorney says evidence shows he was growing desperate to keep Maya from seeking a divorce, even spending more than $1,000 on spellcasters to make her stay. In the last 5 years, Larry Miliete's trial has been pushed back several times for varying reasons, including changes to his defense team. The most recent postponement was expected to be the last, and at last check, jury selection is set for early March. And the San Diego Police Department unveiled their high-tech operations center designed to be activated during emergencies. The center will provide officers with live data and advanced technology in critical incidents using surveillance cameras, license plate readers, and aerial imagery to better support officers.
This allows us to have a team, a network that is in the background helping support those responding officers with information, with resources, with coordination in real time.
This center has been up and running since July of last year. Police say since then the technology has been used in more than 400 incidents. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos will have a look at your weather right after this.
NBC 7 and Telemundo 20. Weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts.
Take a look here at our future weather.
In 2 languages.
Más de 3 pulgadas de precipitación.
You count on innovative tech.
Look at our first alert Doppler radar.
From a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week.
You count on early warnings.
Because we had pretty significant rain.
Because you know every second counts.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
High surf today, actually high tide happening right about now, and we're expecting sets of up to 7 feet. It is going to be sunnier through the afternoon with gusty winds, colder into tonight as a storm system moves across the area, and then moderate Santa Ana winds are expected starting Friday through the weekend. The winds this afternoon will become gusty near the coast and inland between 15 to 30 miles per hour, and then as we go into those Santa Ana conditions Friday, you'll notice the wind is also going to be picking up from the mountains into our inland communities. Stronger winds expected early Saturday morning. Through the afternoon today, variable skies becoming clear by 5 p.m. In the wake of the storm, it is going to get colder, so look at those numbers, low 50s by 10 p.m. But by early Friday morning, we could see a few 30s. Temperatures in our inland communities also drop into the 50s with clear skies, 40s by 9 p.m., so much colder across the county. The pattern is going to keep us dry and warmer all the way into next week, and because of the ongoing heat and the potential for Santa Ana winds, that will increase fire danger next week. Temperatures this afternoon will stay in the low 60s across most of the county, 50s in Ramona. Very cold tonight. We'll see 30s inland into the mountains and deserts, around 37 degrees. And here it is, your 10-day extended forecast, mid-60s Friday, 70s this weekend.
Angelica, thanks so much. And as always, there's more coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks so much for watching.